Hello, my darlings, and welcome. Craft along with me as I create a Yule log and talk about several ways to use it this holiday season. Let's do some magical crafting. Thanks for joining me as I craft a Yule log for the season. I'm using a thick branch of white birch as the base of my Yule log for fertility and abundance. And I'll link to all of the materials in this project below. I'm adding only natural materials to my Yule log so that if I decide to, it can be burned in the fireplace or a fire pit or a bonfire. However, if you intend to only burn the candles on your Yule log and use it as a holiday decoration, you can use artificial greenery and plastic decorative elements if you like. I'm starting by hot gluing 3 red taper candles on the top of the log. I'm using a lot of hot glue to attach them and building up around each candle with moss to help hold them in place. This is because the candles are so tall. You can also use shorter and wider candles, miniature pillars, or chime candles. You could also drill holes into your log to hold the candles instead of using glue. I'm decorating my log with moss, twigs, pine cones, and acorns from nature. You can also consider adding mistletoe, ivy, and holly if you can source it in your area. Yule is a holiday celebration that began in Norway. On the night of the winter solstice, it was common to hoist a giant log onto the hearth to celebrate the return of the sun each year. The tradition of the burning of the Yule log dates back to earlier solstice celebrations and the tradition of bonfires. As Christianity began to spread in the 4th century, the Christmas feast day was set on December 25th by Pope Julius I. The Yule log would feed the fire through the 12 days of Christmas, from Christmas night through the evening of the 5th of January, known as Twelfth Night. If you'd like to have a bonfire or light a fire in your fireplace, you can do so with the specific intent of welcoming back the sun at Yule. You may wish to light a fire or candles each evening from Yule Eve on December 20th until New Year's Eve. Here are some ideas on how you may wish to use a Yule log this season. The first way I use in my Yule log is as a decorative item. This year, it's decorating my office and art studio. A Yule log always looks lovely on a table surrounded by greenery and other holiday decorations. You can also use it as a centerpiece for your holiday feast table. The second way I use my Yule log is to celebrate the 12 days of Yule. Since I don't have a fireplace, I light the candles on my Yule log each night. I light the 3 candles each evening from Yule Eve on December 20th until New Year's Eve. Each night, as I light the candles, I like to reflect on the past year and the coming new year, what I want to release from the past, and what I hope to attract in the new year. By the 12th night, the candles are usually burned quite low. It's important to never leave a flame burning unattended, and do not let a burning candle ignite any of the decorations or the log itself. A third way you may wish to use your Yule log is to use it as a wishing log. If you're celebrating as a group, have each person in the family write down a wish on a piece of paper, roll or fold them up, and add it to the decoration on the log. You can tuck the papers here and there, use glue, or attach them with wax. Then burn the log in a ceremony or a ritual. If you cannot burn the entire log, you can burn the paper slips in the candle flames instead. Please practice fire safety if you use this method. Another ritual you can do to celebrate the winter solstice is a releasing ceremony. It's the opposite of a wishing log. Instead of writing and charging your hopes and wishes, you release the regrets, disappointments, and failures of the current year as a symbolic way to clean the slate for the coming year. There are many different ways to do releasing ceremonies with a Yule log. A simple method is to use slips of paper. Write what you want to release in the coming year on the paper and burn it in the flame of the candle. Again, please practice fire safety if you use this method. You can also write these themes on the log itself, hiding them under the decorations and eventually burning them when you burn the log. A similar method is to strip pieces of bark from the log and write anything you want to let go of on the inner bark of the wood. Then return the bark to the log and burn it. This can be done either alone or with gathered friends. Watching a Yule log burn with gathered loved ones is a perfect time to talk about your hopes for abundance, good health, and happiness in the next 12 months. I hope this video inspires you to make a Yule log for your own winter solstice celebration, and I hope you have a blessed Yule.